Hi everyone, this is VINEET Pandeey and welcome back to my channel. Guys, in this video we are going to talk about the pattern, change and the future concept of NET JRF English literature. And along with this thing, I'm going to talk about something very important, very special thing. First thing, talking about the pattern, and second thing, we're going to talk about the EWS category. A lot of students are facing problem with EWS category and we will see what is the problem and what can be the solution. So first thing, a lot of people are asking me question that, sir, what is the right or proper syllabus of NET JRF? Remember this thing, I was the first person to explain you that syllabus has been changed and I told you that they may ask anything, but then they went actually for English in India, culture studies and the unit 10 research methods. This is really surprising that a lot of people have no idea, no notes, no books on unit 10. Culture study is one of the very latest topic, is widely studied, but in India it's only JNU and DU which studies culture study. Most of the students, when they try to read culture study and they have no coaching classes, no guidance, they actually are dependent on market guidebooks. Market guidebooks, this is really a kind of surprising thing that we don't have any latest market guidebook which actually talks about these things. In fact, I was contacted by Pearson to write the same thing, but we are still in the talks. Message here is that what will a student do if there is no market guidebook and a student cannot afford to go for costly coaching classes? Here you have to remember this thing that you can buy some books. I'll be giving you the reference of some books on culture studies. The very first thing that you can buy is P.K. Nair. Why I'm recommending P.K. Nair? Because it is the Indian version. Though initially it wasn't studied that much, but after the change of syllabus, people started buying P.K. Nair. It's an easy approach, but to have a score like a JRF, to have maximum percentage, maximum marks, and to attempt the paper like a professional, you must go for this thing. And this book is this Culture Studies Reader. This is the book where I study from. So make sure you remember this. You can see it in the camera also. We'll be giving you the link. Along with these things, there are many other books you can buy, you can purchase. Like I have one of my favorite books, Culture Study, A Graphic Guide. It's by Jayuddin Sardar. So the message here is that yes, there is a drastic change in the syllabus. They are focusing English in India. For that thing, you can always go for the famous writer, Mr. Kapil Kapoor. But Kapil Kapoor's book is not available everywhere. But if you get it, you should go for it. Along with this thing, you can go for N. Krishnaswamy to read English in India. For research methods and all, there are two different writers. One is Irvin K. Irvin. So if you find the book, which is not mostly available in India, it's not available, still you can find it, Irvin K. Irvin. And another one is B. Ashwin, an Indian writer. But in most of the states, it's not available. So even I manage calling my students to get a copy for me. All you have to remember is, when you read these books, when you read and prepare these things, be specific. They are not going to ask you to write a paragraph about it. They are actually going for point-to-point questions. You must remember that they are focusing British history, criticism, Indian writings, English in India, language, linguistics, and research and culture studies. So make sure you go through these books, make proper notes and study them well. Those who still want to understand these things can contact us. We are providing you online, offline classes. We are also working on online classes with my latest experience. If you want to learn how VINEET Pandeey qualifies NET again and again without taking any pressure, any tension. In fact, I am not the one who declares after qualifying. Everyone knows that I'm attempting exam, I will go for it. So technically, if I can announce in advance that I can qualify, I will qualify. It means I have a plan. Yes, that's a very unique plan and we work on these things. So if you want to join online classes, you can contact. Now, second thing, EWS category issue. Remember this thing, if you are applying NET JRF exam under the category known as economically weak candidates, EWS category. Remember, if you're qualified in EWS category, you cannot go for government job in easy way. Government job will have EWS category and most of the students are facing the problem. Remember this, I got messages by many students. They told me, sir, I have qualified in EWS category, but I went to apply in my university and they said that we do not have EWS category vacancy for you. So you should apply in general, but your NET will not be considered in general. In fact, one of my students, she scored 61%, though she applied in EWS category. She said, sir, I have secured 61%, which is actually the qualifying marks for general category. But they are not considering me either in general nor in EWS. Why? Because in EWS they have no vacancy. When I asked them to consider me in general, they said on your net certificate it is EWS, so we cannot give you that general seat. So it's a problem with students, it's a problem with, kind of government should actually work on these things. And I suggest you that think before you apply for EWS. It will be my recommendation, do not go for EWS. I am also a general candidate, I understand your pain and suffering, but please do not go for EWS, and that's my individual suggestion. I'm not talking this thing based on any facts. It's not a government proven fact. It is my study based on certain cases, and yes, I have mailed to UGC to know the more facts about the same thing. Once declared, I'll be talking to you. If you have more issues, more problems, some PhD issue, MPhil issues, you can contact me on given number, and I definitely talk to the students who are actually facing problems regarding their future. One of my students, she did PhD from the college or university, and when she went for the interview, they said that your PhD is not recognized, and she is filing a case, as I suggested her to go against the university, file a case and make it a media issue, public issue. So if you are going through the same trouble, if you want to know what should be done in future, you can contact me whenever you feel like. Text me your name, text me your state and the query. It will be easy for me to read your query first and explain. If you have a big question, record the audio, send it in English or in Hindi voice, and write your name and state. I will be giving you the answer within 24 hours. And all the students who are not from English literature can also contact me. I am VINEET Pandey, available for all my students. Thank you so much. Good luck.